Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Today I would like to show you beautiful demonstration of this cute fox, mother and son, mother and daughter, actually kids and mother or father. That's a beautiful and cute landscape in winter time, and it's a snowy day. So we have a limited palette with white, black, blue, brown and orange. And then we can start from everything that we see on the background, which is the sky and these trees, and move forward the snow on the bottom part of the ground, and then actually the fox. So we can start with the drawing, finish that, and then finish the background, then move forward for the rest. So let me jump to the drawing. We can choose just one color. I choose brown. And the paper I choose is 9 by 12 inches. Even the canvas, it can be any size. I choose paper. So start from top part. Imagine this is the top part of the fox head, and I want the finishing part to move like that. So imagine about the length of my subject. So draw with the tip of brush. With the tip of brush, I can draw the line, and the faces look like a triangle shape, but the head part is a little gentle C curve, like a slice of pizza, like that. And the details between the orange and the white color is like this. It come inside and then come down. And even the ears look like a small triangle shape, like that. For the body, we can start from this part of the face, come down, make it curvy. I put this space for tail. Even for this side as well, I know that there is a nice like fairy white color for chest, but this is a simple shape of drawing we can do now. We'll make it later. And the place of foot will here, and even drawing of tail will place like that, and then move till the right side of paper or canvas. This is the tail. The separation color we can mention, even the separation of the chest color we can mention. And then baby or cute kid fox. So this is another triangle shape, but the slice of pizza, now it's turned. So this two side of the face is more straight, the head is more curvy. And even the nice and triangle shape of the ears is placed on top. Gentle C curve here, tiny nose is circle. I will fix it later. The nose get a little bigger because of the brush that I am going to use. And I see a little bit of the body that it's hide under mommy's tail. So, and even we can start mention about the landscape. It plays like this. Understand? It's come here. So this is the sky part, and then the trees and this nice snow will come on top. The rest is for the field and the snow. So this is all about the drawing. Now for the sky color, if you see, it's really dark bluey blacky color, and I'm not seeing any trees or bushes on this stance. I just focus on the darkness of the sky. And let me put this aside. To make that color, we have cobalt blue. This is good for the light part, but we need the dark color as well. So the black we can mix with it. Let them move into each other and very good and well blend together, mix together. That's the nice color for sky, and I think we need more. So that's our good color, the darkness of the sky. For the part which is a little lighter, we can go with that blue. I clean my palette knife with this. So take your bigger size of brush, which is easier to start, and take your paint, heavy texture of paint, really heavy paint like that, and start apply top to bottom, left to right, anywhere which is comfortable for you. Try to cover the sky. Even in some part we can actually add more, like a pure black color, shape it like this, curvy, or even the light blue color. So all is work. And even this is a good time if you want to fix the drawing. If you not happy with the drawing that you already finished, you can even fix it. You can go inside, cover it, or even like this, make a little bit bigger, larger for the head or face. Any kind of things you want to change as a drawing, it's a good time to do it right now. So I just try to cover most of the sky part with this dark blue color and try to use really heavy paint. The reason I really love heavy paint is because easier to cover white of the canvas. It's not really easy to cover all this white of canvas. Sometimes we have to apply for the second layer, but if you want to finish it everything with just one layer, you need to go with really thick and heavy paint to cover it easily. And I don't want to let it dry to move on to the right side. At the same time, I take pure black color because we have a lots of dark and light in between, and try to add more like a curvy brush stroke with this pure black color in my sky. Randomly happen everywhere, this dark color, and even pure cobalt blue randomly happen somewhere close to, like here on top, a little bit different tone. That's nice if you use different tone and value in your sky and make it more interesting. Then after everything gets completely dry, we'll come on top and add the snow. So when I'm close to the object or the subject, main subject, which is the fox, I try to be a little bit slow, not too fast. I don't want to lose drawing. So I finish with paint. Need to premix more. So more amount of paint, try to cover all the surface, to cover easily the white of canvas. Even for the paper we need to cover everything. So at the same time, some movement with pure black, make it interesting to have sky very like a night and very dark, and even the pure blue, make it interesting with a small stroke. Then if you see that it's too hard, we can disappear under a little bit more black. Okay, so we can wait everything get dry for the sky part, and then come on top and add more details on top. Now for the snow part, which is on the ground, we can use just a pure white color and a little bit mix white with the blue and reach this part that is a little bit bluey tone. So I'm going to start mix a little bit white with blue, just not much blue, a little bit would be okay. Little by little, it's better to mix and see what happens. If we are satisfied, then we can move on. So I'm happy with this light blue. Even we can do with the pure blue as well. I clean up my brush very well. I use the same brush, but if you're interested to start with the new brush, would be great as well. So take the pure white color, because the background is completely white, it doesn't show that any change. But when we add the white color on top, we try to cover the white of canvas even with the white color, but the surface is wet, and give us a chance to bring the light blue color on top and let it blend nicely. You see, it's like snow, it's blend very well into that. And I am coming down with this light blue color under the nice tail, even a little bit come on top, but we can bring it back with exact color of orangey color of tail. So bring the white color. I'm going to use a really thick paint because I would like to have snow on the ground and show it's really thick and heavy snow. Because of that, I use really a thick paint. Thick paint is something like that. And I try to let it sit on top of the surface. I don't blend it a lot, I don't smudge a lot, so you can see the texture. It takes time to get dry, but it's lovely, it's worth it. Close to animal face and the skin tone, be careful not to lose the shape. And even we can use a little bit darker blue as well. Darker blue, I mean the pure blue. Pure blue, especially under the tail, maybe just a little bit. Or even mixture of blue and brown would be better. More blue, less brown. Because it gives the blue color a little bit warmness. Under the tail, I'm going to add more dark color. The shadow on the snow, and let it go into the white color. You see, it's more look like the darkness go into icy color of snow. And then even here, a little bit darker here. Some movement here. And that's nice. So now the sky is dry. Even we can shape this beautiful. We can shape these trees on the background. So it's time to do it like that. So the shape of trees is, I'm going to add a little bit, first of all, the blue. With the tip of brush, try to shape like this randomly. Three bushes here and three here. So these bushes that we make is with just the blue and even the brown. It's just a base. Now we turn to this light blue color. A little bit tip of brush. Try to make it slow and a little small brush stroke. I don't want to have a big change. I would like to go with the dry brush stroke even. Some part is so lighter, so I can add a little pure white color on top. In some case I would like to see this shadow part as well. And all this happened with the tip of brush. You can turn your brush, shape it to more look like the bushes. And even the tip of brush make the branches. So this is about that, and the other side you can play with your brush stroke like this to turn it different angle. That make the shape of bushes more interesting. In some part you can add a little more white color to show that it's covered with more snow, and in some case less to show that these are disappeared. So that's perfect like this. And now with the tip I try to draw the branches of these bushes, narrow, tiny, and slowly. So okay, that's perfect. We finished with the bushes. We can add the snow on top. The snow is better to be with pointy brush and be so narrow and tiny and make all these nice and curvy shape. And it has a little bit golden color as well on top. So if you have a golden color, mix some of them in white, some of them with golden color. I do finish it with just, I think, with the white. Yeah, and just a point, because when we want to have a small and narrow shape, we need to make a little bit water mix with the white color to help more easily move our shape like that. I want to shape exactly, just nice. And it happen randomly, don't have to be perfect on all of them. Just shape it look like the snow. It's nice, interesting. Here we add a drop of water to make it runny. If the surface be wet, they can mix together. Nothing bad, it's okay. So I prefer to do everything with just the white color, and even a little bit drop of water I'm going to add here to make this darker blue be wet and add more like the bluey white color as a snow. I'm not adding gold color, but it's a choice. If you like, you can add a gold color for some part of the snow, and that's interesting too. So this is of the snow we add everywhere, randomly happen. Oh, in between you can add a little bit just creativity, some white color as well, which is so lovely. Make it busy with the snow. Now we finish with the sky and we finish with the land. It's time for our cute foxes. So it's orangey, nice orange brownie color. We need to add this nice color on the bodies, and then a little bit like a fairy hair it shows with the white color we can add, and then these details of the white, and then the eyes and more details of fairy hair of the animal. So I'm focusing on orange first and then move on for the rest little by little. And let me see. We have different kind of orange. This is more yellowy orange, but it's fine. Any orange you have would be work. So no worries about the orange color. I'm going to choose a smaller brush. It's easier to do with the smaller brush, and try to cover the part which is orange with just a pure orange. Try to make it a little bit thick because I want to cover the brownie color of drawing with this thick orange. Even if I couldn't cover it, would be okay, because I would like to add the brown color later on top, and more add the details with the dark color and light color. But so far I'm going to finish it with cover it with just the orange color. And any part which is orange, I try to add the heavy paint. That would be helpful when you use heavy paint on top. Easily can cover the surface, and even on the ears. And if you are not comfortable with bigger size of brush, you can change the brush with a smaller one. I just try to cover the whole orangey part, so I'm not coming into the white color that we have, but a little bit come inside, because then the fairy hair will come on top later, so I can randomly add a little bit details on top like this. So if you go with the thick paint and try to let this thick paint be visible on top, would be great, because it's more look like the furry hair of animals. And this part of tail is just orangey. I'm covering with the orange, and I use really thick paint because I don't want to let it dry, and then it's easier to bring the dark brown and even the white color on top and let it mix and shape it as a fairy hair. And even the nice and cute small fox. And a little bit for the ears. So we finished with the orange. Now I can take another brush, which is a smaller brush, pointy one, and take some brownie color. So with the tip of round brush, I try to make a little line for that. Anywhere we need some line, I'm going to add this dark line brownie color. Some part we need the white color, so for the part which is brownie, I'm going to use that one. Even it's wet, that's nice. I want to shape it like a fairy hair. I want to do like that to add more details on it. And it's good because they can mix together very nice. Even if I overwork with the dark brown, I can bring back more orange on top. And with this tip of brush, which is round and pointy, I can make hair more look like the real fairy hair of animal. And then I need to add white as well, so I just go to cover more brown right now and then bring back more white later. So the edge of the body, I'm going to add more darker tone. Bring back inside from bottom to the top and make it more look like the fairy hair. Even back and forth with the brown and the orange. And really thick paint give you the chance to make it more look like the real fairy skin tone of animal. And even for foot, or this is a hand of our fox. It's more dark, so I go with the thick brown. And then the face of our cute fox. Even here. A little bit face. And now it's tail. I want to shape beautiful tail. It has a lots of movement like that to show that these are fairy hair, but we need to back and forth with brown and orange both. and make it as much as busy as we can to shape it as a fairy hair. And when you work with the heavy texture, that's helpful because it's easier to shape animal fairy hair with this heavy texture, and just need to give them time to completely dry, and then you will feel this texture when you touch it. Would be really lovely. Now I'm satisfied with this orangey tone and even the fairy hair. I can move on with another brush. Even it's easier to do with a small brush sometimes for the white. And again I go with the thick paint, so I can cover the face with this thick paint. Small brush would be helpful because it's easier to cover it and we are not worried about the losing the shape. Very gently I try to take heavy paint and try to cover it, and on the other side too. And if we go with the thick paint, so we cover the white of canvas, and then the browny color that we don't need it to stay. And even on the chest I try to add more white color, thick paint, and then we will back and add more like a fairy hair on top. For the edge is okay to go like this. Come closer, bring this hair out. So we bring a little bit lower this part, and I don't let it dry. Clean the brush, or even I can switch the other brush which is pointy and take the browny color a little bit. I don't want to have a hard brown color. Mix with the orange and make it a little brighter, and add just some randomly happen here on the chest with this too bright color, because I don't want to have a dark brown, I don't want to have the orange. I mix them, and even I have the white color on in my brush, and give me the nice creamy browny tone for mixing on a chest, and happen like that, give me nice result. And for small one it's easier to go with this brush, the white part. I come down, we need a little bit on this side as well, and even we need for the ears is small too, so we need the small part of the color to add. Even for this part too we need a small. And here. And the other things, I want to have this white color on top of my orangey tone as well, and really thick. You see some orangey, some white color as the details, even on this part of the body. And when we go with the really thick and heavy paint, still wet, and give us a little bit, bring more white color on it, and it's back and forth. If you see it's hard white color, back with orange on top. So just play with the colors and tones. And then even on a tail, I am going to add more white color to make it interesting in some case. Not everywhere, so it's happened randomly. I love texture, especially when I work with the animal skin. That's so gorgeous when you go with the thick paint and make it more and more interesting. So that's about it, and then a little bit white color on top of kid's face. I think it's better to bring back more orange. Yeah, I don't want to have lots of white on it. Okay, just the tip of tail is left, and I'm going back with the other brush. It's a small brush still, but thick white color. Try to cover it because I want to use this thick paint to bring a little bit brown and orange on top. Just the brown, I think, not the orange. No, I don't need the orange now. That's a pure white color. And the brown, I need a little bit, bring it here. Add a drop of water with tip of brush. Try to make this brown be visible, especially at the tail end of the tail. Like here. You know, the beautiful part of fox body is a tail. It's really lovely and gorgeous, beautiful. So we need to shape and make it more nice with these colors and make it more interesting. So that's nice here, and even we can bring it out a little bit, spread it into the snow, because when we bring it out a little bit more, it's more interesting even with the white color sometimes. Yeah, both are fine. Back and forth with brown, orange, and brown. Sorry, brown, orange, and white. Really thick paint. I just play with my paint. I try to make it as much as I can thick and interesting. So it takes really time to dry, but I love it. Even the skin tone. Now the only part which is left is the eyes, so we need to shape the eyes. Just a little bit details before shaping the eyes. I'm going to add on the head part of the little one. Okay. And the eyes I'm going to add just with the pure black. One curve, one circle on it. Pure black. One curve. And one circle on it. Even the nose, circly, like that. And this happened the same for the little one. So, yeah, we add the details. We don't need to add, yeah, we finished actually. We don't need to add more. I'm happy, satisfied with these two little fox, mother and cat. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it as well. And if you wait everything get completely dry, then you can feel this lovely texture. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much again for joining me, and hope to see you next time.